welcome back to our channel, 6 miles to go. I have another video for you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing what we are doing with our February lesson plans and our February family learning. It is a new month and I'm really excited to share with you guys what I've been working on as I've been lesson planning today. I want to remind you that if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up so I know what you like for me to record. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can be the first to know when I post a new video. And don't forget to follow us on social media. We are on Facebook and Instagram. I post some extra things up there during the week so we can connect that way too. I would love to hear from you guys. I don't know about you, but staying home and dealing with all this COVID stuff, even if it's through social media, it would just be really nice to connect with some other moms. So follow us on social. I would love to connect with you. So February, what are we doing for our schooling? For my two younger kids, I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, Aiden just turned 2. We are going to be doing a Valentine's Day unit the first 2 weeks of February. So one of the things that all of the kids are going to be learning about, and that's the thing I love about homeschooling and the virtual schooling option that we're doing this year through our local school, is that we can have times where all the kids learn together. And so something that they will be learning all together is about St. Valentine. Being homeschooled, we usually do this as a part of our homeschool curriculum as well. And so I can't wait to share that with my kids and so that they can learn about St. Valentine. I also found some really fun Valentine's Day books that I'd like to share with you. Not all of our books have unfortunately come in from the library. We're still waiting on a few of them, but I wanted to share the ones that we have that we'll be reading this month. This one is Happy Valentine's Day Mouse. If you've read the books, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, this is from that same series. I actually am planning on doing a If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, and there are several other books in that series as a unit for 1 month. And so I'm excited to read this with the kids because I just love those books. I think they're so cute. Next one is The Story of Valentine's Day. This book shares about St. Valentine, which we will be doing in family learning. And I got the book, The Biggest Valentine Ever. So we will be doing that, and we'll be making some not little Valentines, we'll be making some huge Valentines to go along with this book. In addition to this, we have stampers. I used these last month. We had some Christmas stampers. My newly 2-year-old Aiden, he loves using these stampers, and it's nice because they aren't super messy. So we'll be doing some pictures with these for him. And then for Layla, I print off papers that have like uppercase letters, lowercase letters, different numbers. This month we're going to start doing the stampers with color words. And so what I'll say is okay, stamp all the uppercase letters with the heart, and stamp all the lowercase letters with, this has like a car on it, with the car. Then I will be posting a video, you guys, of all the things that you need to buy in the winter and after Valentine's Day. That video is coming very soon. Watch it because I have some great savings tips. I purchased these Create Your Own Valentine mailboxes last year after Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays to do after Valentine's Day shopping because you can use a lot of those things throughout the year and save yourself a lot of money. Like I said, I'll be sharing a video about that later. But unfortunately, with COVID, our kids are doing all virtual. I'm not really sure what the teachers have planned as far as Valentine's Day parties. My 4-year-old is in school, so she will need a Valentine's Day box. I actually bought her the Paw Patrol one, but she's not really into that anymore. Aiden's actually more into that than her, so I'm going to let him use this one, and then I'm going to go out and get her a different one. But since the kids aren't in school, and since they will not get to do the whole Valentine's Day party in person like they have in years past, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them put these Valentine's Day boxes together. We're going to set them out in our living room, and then throughout the whole month of February, I'm going to encourage them to leave like little love and encouraging notes to each other, and then Alan and I will drop some in there too. If they've been doing really good with their schoolwork, I'll drop some little prizes in there like stickers and little stampers, like the stampers I showed you. I have a ton of those because I buy them after the holidays and get them for like 25 cents for a pack. Little tattoos. I just have a bunch of stuff like that that I buy after holidays that I'll be dropping in here. Candy if they're doing well. So I just thought that would be something special for them. It would be a nice little surprise at the end of their school day. So we're going to do that this month with all the kids. Another thing that I want to do with all of the kids is talk about the different types of love. There are 3 types of love that I want to focus on, and the types of love that we'll be focusing on will be friendship, agape love, which is selfless love, and family type love. So we're going to discuss all those aspects of love, and also since we will be talking about agape love, how God shows us agape love, and we will integrate that also into our Bible lessons too throughout like probably the first 2 weeks of the month. I might carry it a little bit further depending on how deep we get into it, and if the girls have a lot of questions and if they seem like they're really interested in it, we'll keep going with it. But if not, then we'll just do the first 2 weeks of February. Some crafts that we're going to do, if you guys remember, on Mondays, we do Make It Mondays, which is a craft or baking. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have not been good about doing that after we resumed after winter break. So I'm going to do my best to do better at setting time aside for Make It Mondays. Fridays, we had been taking field trips. We did take a trip to the Newport Aquarium. That video most likely will have been posted by the time this one is, so make sure you check that out. I'll try to remember to link it below. We're going to do once a month trips just because we want to take some out-of-state trips. Like Newport Aquarium was an out-of-state trip. We have another one that we might be taking, which is out-of-state. And due to that, we need to quarantine and not be in large groups and not be around, doing around a lot of people doing a bunch of things. So that kind of X's out doing something every Friday just to be safe in the midst of COVID. But we will be doing something once a month, really big on Fridays. I'm going to try to do kind of game nights and things like that at home. But we'll kind of see how life goes. I like to just kind of take it one thing at a time versus my natural state, which is trying to do everything at once. So 2 things that I know we're definitely going to be doing for Make It Mondays is we're going to be doing magic heart painting with the girls. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get paper, and then I'm going to take a white crayon and I'm going to draw a bunch of hearts on paper. And then I'm going to set out paint for them and let them paint and discover all of the magic hidden hearts on the paper. I thought they would really like that. And the older girls, I'll probably let them go ahead and draw their own hearts or their own design on the paper and then let them paint. The younger ones, I'll do it for them. Layla, I might let her try. We'll see how that goes. And then we're going to do some hot cocoa bombs, some love bombs together for one Make It Monday. That's something I wanted to do in December, but we just didn't get around to it. I have like a huge bag of milk chocolate for that, so we're going to give that a try. It looks pretty easy, but I will post a video to let you know whether it was a nightmare or whether it was worth it. We'll see with 4 kids how that goes. So that's what I have planned for the first 2 weeks of the month. And then I was sharing with you guys the last 2 weeks of the month, we are going to do a Dr. Seuss unit. I made a mistake. I thought that Dr. Seuss's birthday was in February because I had made a quick note to myself on my lesson plan book. And then when I actually started planning and looked at it, I was like, no, it's March 2nd. So that will be the last 2 weeks of the month. We will do a Dr. Seuss unit, and then that will extend into the week after, or a few days after, because on Tuesday we're going to do a Dr. Seuss birthday party. One of the things that we're going to be doing when we read Cat in the Hat is I saw on Pinterest this really cool Cat in the Hat hand painting where you take your hands and you use your fingers to paint thing 1 and thing 2's hair, and then the palm of your hand their faces, and then you flip your hand upside down and that would be their body. So we're definitely going to do that one with the younger ones. Then we're going to, when we read Fox and Socks, we're going to make some little sock puppets for them So I'll probably go to the Dollar Tree and let them pick out what color socks they want to make their sock puppet out of, and then we'll make those one day. We're definitely going to do green eggs and ham for breakfast, and I plan on reading green eggs and ham while they eat one morning. That will be for all the kids, just so the older two, even though they're doing the virtual schooling through the school, I want them to be, included in these units and fun things that we do. March 2nd, we will do a Dr. Seuss birthday party, and I will either post a video or share on our blog what we do for that with you guys. So that is what I have planned for February for my preschooler, my 2-year-old and my older two. February is also Black History Month, and I was blessed to be homeschooled grades 4 through 12, and so my parents could integrate a lot more Black history into my curriculum, which I feel like sometimes when you're in public school you don't necessarily get. So for my 2 older girls, we are going to spend our afternoon family learning time during the month of February. We are going to be doing a Black History timeline. I found a timeline online. I did pin it on the Pinterest board that you will find below, and it kind of gives you a whole timeline of Black history. It isn't super detailed, but it kind of highlights some of those prominent things. So what we're going to do is week 1, we're going to focus on history up through the 1800s. Then the following week, Black history in the 1900s up into 1970. Then the following week, we will do the 70s on through early 2000s. And then that last week, we will do recent Black history. And so I'm really excited to kind of dive into this with my girls and hear their perspective as they see all the historical figures that are like them, and then also their contributions and struggles that they had to go through. My girls, older girls are 7 and 10, so I think they're at the perfect age where they can begin to understand some of these things and really join the dialogue. It was really cool. Oh my goodness, I was probably a junior or senior in high school, and I did a whole unit on Black inventors and scientists, and there are just so many, and that was really eye-opening to me because I hadn't realized that prior to that. And so I'm excited for our girls to learn about the Black influencers in history, science, and people that invented things. We will also be learning about Black writers and poets and reading some of their literature and poetry. This I think will be particularly good for my 10-year-old. I'm really trying to up her reading a little bit. She tends to gravitate towards books that are at a lower reading level, and I know she's capable of reading more. So I'm really going to push her as we talk about Black poets and writers to dive into some of the things that we find, some of the books that we find to read. I also want to read some books with my younger ones. I'm going to look for some picture books that talk about Black history. I haven't gotten to that point in my lesson planning yet. There was one that I did come across that we did read and we really enjoyed. It was called Little Leaders, Bold Women in Black History. And that was a book that they actually wanted to read over and over and over and over again. It's not a super long read. It's actually a board book, very age appropriate for those younger ages. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can try some of these things, or you got some inspiration for your lesson plans for your little ones. And I'll see you next time. Bye.